Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato samma sambuddhassa. First of all, I would like to pay my deep respect to the most valuable triple gem, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and pay my deep respects to Bhante Thera, the most venerable friends. And good morning, good evening to everyone. Today is the first days of our class, Sutta study. Yeah, it is our first class and first day for Sutta study. So those who want to take a link, so I just recently post link on a page, and maybe you can put link on the live. So you can copy the link and share on live, our live stream. Yeah, I will put the link on live stream. Let me go find. So just put link here. So just put link here. Just put link here. Put link here. Put link here. Put link here. Okay. I just copy and paste the link in our live. So those who want to join us on Zoom, and you will take a share screen and get the whole it must member in the group practice regularly and correctly. The stream of their combined effort will restore every long-time practitioner. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, first of all, I would like to do like a short introduction about our class. This is our first class in this retreat times, and our class will run until 27 November, October. So we will have almost 3-year periods of the class, and this class is free for everyone. And as usually is in our temple, what Khmer is usually have a class every retreat session. So this is just only our start, and we start 3 days a week. We will do 3 days a week, and every week, Monday. Yeah, we start Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So these 3 classes a week will deliver 1 hour a day from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Arizona times. It can be a Pacific time. It is the same of Pacific time, California. It's okay. Even though you do not register, yeah, you can join Zoom or you can listen online, and you can have question. If you have question after reading the sutra, you can have question and write down your question on the comment box, and I will answer as possible. Just now, I just want to introduce our short class. I will do a short introduction. Our Wat Khmer AC conduct or schedule the class every retreat season. And this is the 5th retreat of our temple, because our temple built in March 13, 2019. And from the very first year of our retreats, we have at least 5 to 7 months reside together and study sutta, especially sutta in English. We just practice. No one is perfect in speaking English or Dhamma in English. And some people might complain that why I'm doing the class in English, why I'm talking Dhamma in English, why don't I talk Dhamma in Khmer? Because our audiences right now, most of our audiences is Cambodian, who understand Cambodian language very well. Yeah, I understand that, but there are many classes like in Cambodia made in Khmer. This is just only a few classes that we conduct in English. In Cambodian Zoom or social media, we have seen like Dhammika Academy of Venerable Sokthevi do class in English, and our Wat Khmer do just only in retreats from 2019. And this is the 5th retreat that we are going to do. And our class today will select some sutra from various canon, especially from Sutta Pitaka, that I will print out the papers and hand out to you. We can read together and we can learn the Dhamma, learn the teaching of the Buddha together. This is what we are going to do right now. And yeah, it is very important for us to, especially those who living in abroad, USA or Canada or Australia and some part of Europe, like in England. So we need to conduct Dhamma in English. Otherwise, we cannot we cannot go, we cannot live in this modern world like America. Many American people practice Buddhism, especially even though for those who are not Buddhists, but they still practice Buddhism by meditation. By meditation especially, they practice almost every week, and at their home, they practice every day. This is why the Dhamma needs to be taught in English, especially. So Dhamma in English, it sounds like Dhamma is not in this language for a long time, for beginning. Of course, the Dhamma flourished by the Buddha in 26th century ago, and the Buddha taught the Dhamma in various languages. I mean, the Indian languages, especially that we accepted as Pali language. The Pali language. And Pali language is the language that collected or get all the language that the Buddha taught in his lifetime. For 45 years, Buddha have taught his teaching in various language. Why I say various language? It means multiple language, not one language. For example, the Buddha was born in where? The Buddha was born in Nepal, present Nepal. It was Lumbini or Kapilavastu at that time. Buddha speak Nepalese, or the Buddha speak Kapilavastu language. But Buddha learned many languages. He renounced, he left his palace and became an ascetic in Rajagriha. And Rajagriha doesn't speak Kapilavastu language. Rajagriha speak Magadha. Speak Magadhi. So Magadan and Angan people speak Magadhi. That this is Magadhi that we refer as the Pali language. But the Buddha not only speak Magadhi, he went to Kausala. For example, he stayed 21 years in Savatthi, in the state of Kosala. So he speaks Kosalan language. He went to Vaisali, he speaks Vaisalian language. He went to Kaushambi, he speaks Kaushambian language. Many languages in India at that time. So the Buddha, at Niroti Padesambhida, he is supreme, and he understands, he knows, he speaks every languages. And those language after the Buddha demise, the Buddha Parinibbana, Arahant, especially 500 Arahants led by the most venerable Kashyapa, collect all these sutra, Dhamma Vinaya, we call at that time, Dhamma and Vinaya. Dhamma Vinaya collected and composed in books and use the proper language, have grammatical guideline, then this is become Pali. What does Pali mean? Pali means Tripitaka. Tripitaka is Pali. When we say about the Buddha's teaching, what are the Buddha's teaching? The Pali. When we say Pali, it means Buddha's teaching. Pali means Udesa. In our Buddhist canon, Tipitaka, Pali refers to Udesa and Paripucha means Atthakatha. So Pali and Paripucha or Udesa Paripucha, it is the only teaching that taught by Buddha and his disciples. Udesa or Pali Paripucha. It means the Buddha's teaching and its commentary that comment by sometimes by the Buddha, his own commentary, or by Arahant like Sariputra, Moggallana, Mahakatchayana, or some others like Upali and Mahakashapa, etc. So this is why we are going to do the Dhamma, because Dhamma first teach in various languages, not by only language. It means by many languages and collected in Pali. Later on, this Buddhist canon translated in many languages also, translated into, rendered into Khmer Mon languages, to Hindi, to Sri Lankan Sinhalese, and to many others, until the 18th century, the Dhamma translated in English by Re David or by Nyanamuli, Nyanapolika, or other great scholars at that time. So the Buddha's teaching flourished in many countries right now around the world. Some research said that there are more than 500 million Buddhists around the world, but it's not 100% true. It can be more than that. It can be more than that. For example, only in China now they have more than 1,000 million people, more than 1,000 million people, and the majorities of Chinese people are Buddhists. In India, only a tiny percent, it means the smallest percent of Buddhists, but it's still a lot. And in Thailand, almost 100 million people. In Vietnam, almost 100 million people. They are most of them are Buddhists, and some other countries around the world. Even though some people did not claim they are Buddhists, but they still practice Buddhism, especially meditation, samatha and vipassana. Samatha and vipassana, especially breathing in and out meditation, it is most popular around the world. So it is about our course that we will do in some sutra. We will do in sutra, and I will choose some sutra, and we learn together. For example, today we are going to study Cātumā Sutta. Cātumā Sutta that means the sutta was delivered in Cātumā city. And this sutra will tell us the Buddha advised new monks, new practice. We can say novice practice or novice monk. But we actually in Buddhism or in Christianity, they use the word novice as the beginner. Especially we translate from Pali Samanera. Samanera we call novice. In Christianity, those who become a new monks or the lowest levels of practice, they call novice. But in general, the word novice means those who are new, those who are new for everything, for something, for that field. For example, those who become a monk recently, within 1 year, or within 3 months, or 6 months, or a week, we call novice. Even though you got Upasampada, even though you got higher ordination, but you still call novice because you are new in this dispensation, Buddha Sasana. Buddha Sasana means in English, dispensation. We don't say Buddhist religion. There is no Buddhist religion. Buddhist dispensation, Buddha Sasana. It is about our class. We will select sutra from Buddhist canon, especially from Sutta Pitaka. For example, today we select from Majjhima Nikaya, Majjhima Panasaka, the sutta number 67. The number of sutta is 67 of Majjhima Nikaya. I think all of you may be familiar that in Majjhima Nikaya we have in total 152 sutras. We're not going to learn all those 152 sutras, but we will select some from Majjhima Nikaya and maybe some from Digha Nikaya if someone requested. For example, Mahabharinibbana Sutra, some part cannot do all because it's a long discourses. In Digha Nikaya, we have 34 sutta only, but it's long discourses. Majjhima Nikaya, Samyutta Nikaya, Anguttara Nikaya, and Khuddaka Nikaya. There are many sutras in Khuddaka Nikaya, included in 15 books based on our tradition. So it is about our class and about me. Keep saying about me that I'm going to guide you to learn today. I think you join, especially in Zoom, we have 16, in live, we have 16 people, and Zoom, we have 3 people. You might know me. Yeah, some might know me already, but I just want to introduce short myself. I'm Bhikkhu Dhammasiri. So my ordination name is Dhammasiri. So I ordained as a Bhikkhu in October 2005. So this is my 18 or 19 retreat as Bhikkhu. And I became a Shamanera in 1998. So it is my 26th Vasa. And I graduate Buddhist philosophy, bachelor's of Buddhist philosophy from Bali and Buddhist University in Sri Lanka in 2008. And I got my Master of Art in Buddhist study from Galania University of Sri Lanka in 2009. And I got my Master of Science from Grand Canyon University of Arizona, USA in 2021. And now I'm doing my dissertation for the 5th years of my PhD in general psychology, emphasis in cognition and instruction, also from the Grand Canyon University of Arizona, USA. So it is about myself, and my dissertation that I'm going to write, I think it is maybe familiar with you and you want to know why I choose this dissertation. This is my dissertation. A qualitative exploration on life changes through meditation. So I'm doing research right now, and my chapter 2 are submitted, but it's still not done yet because I have to write another 30 pages about meditation. So how the meditation influences on our life? It is my dissertation that I'm going to write. So this is about myself. So now we are going to study. We are going to start our class. So here we have our monks. We have 4 students here, 4 monks. Yeah, we can say we are learning together, not a student or teacher, just learning together. So now I'm going to share the screen. All of you can see our sutra today, and we will read together here. We will read together and explain about the meaning. What does meaning? And if you have any question on that, I will try to explain you too. Because here we have Tigar, and we have other books also, other sources. So now Cātumā Sutta, it means at Cātumā. We translate short. This text is revised by Bhikkhu. So when you have time, if you have this book, the middle length discourses of the Buddha, translations of the Majjhima Nikaya, translated by Bhikkhu Nyanamuli and Bhikkhu Bhuti. Bhikkhu Nyanamuli is already passed. He is the temporary times of our great Samdai Sangrit Yunat. And Bhikkhu Bhuti is still alive. Bhikkhu Bhuti is living in New York, and he may be 79 years old right now. And he revised, because this is translated by Bhikkhu Nyanamuli and revised by Bhikkhu Bhuti. Revise means to paraphrase it, to make it easy to understand, because Bhikkhu Nyanamuli translated in 1979, so all English sometimes very difficult to understand. So that's why Bhikkhu Bhuti just revise it, do it as easy. So now we're going to start together, and I will start with someone here to read the first stanza. So one who want to go first? The first stanza, the first paragraph. Okay.
Can I try, teacher?
Let one monk here first, and then the second paragraph should be you. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So loud.
About this, they go
Turn on your sound, teacher.
Chị Bhikkhu Đàn chắc nâng vật khmer đi sona hay nâng đặt đại công trong phố Bhikkhu Chui nâng nâng vật khmer đi sona thế ra cặp đại miền vật miền nâng cái này cái đồ chia xung khắp đại công trong phố với cả na con cha đại miền vật miền nâng xuống cái đồ chia nâng nâng cái lại sốการประกอบsocial media ជាដើមតែខ្ញុំបានស្គាល់បានតាមនឹងឃើញក្នុងការនេះខ្ញុំកណាសាមណេរគិនរដ្ឋីរតនក្រោបានកាសក្នុងការចូលរួមសិក្សាស្វែងយល់នៅក្នុងពិសោធន៍មជ្ឈិមនិកាយលេខ67 Cātumā Sutta ឯCātumā
ចាទុំ
ចា
Cātumā. It should be Cātumā Sutta.
Cātumā
Yeah.
Sutta. Cātumā. គណៈជំនាញសំនៅក្នុងសេចក្តីប្រែជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសនៅខាងក្រោម Thus have I heard on one occasion the president was living at Cātumā in a Meru Balan Koto. Now on that occasion 500 Bhikkhus heard by the Venerable Sariputta and the Venerable Mahamoggallana had come to Cātumā to see the blessed one, while the resident Bhikkhus was exchanging greetings with the resident Bhikkhu, and we preparing resting play and pouring away their bowls and outer robe. They were very loud and noisy. Then the blessed one addressed Venerable Ananda thus, Ananda, who are these loud noisy people? One would think they were rich men counting fish. Ananda, Venerable Sir, there are 500 Bhikkhus head by Sariputta and Mahamoggallana who had come to Cātumā to see the blessed one. And while the resident Bhikkhu was exchanging greetings with a resident Bhikkhus and were preparing resting place and pouring away their greeting with the resident Bhikkhu and were preparing resident place and pouring away their bowl and outer robe. They have been very loud and noisy. But then
it's okay. Yeah, so now we have two paragraphs. But if you don't understand, just let me know. So here we have two paragraphs. First paragraph, so where the Buddha resided. Eva Mezutang, thus I have heard. So where the Buddha resided. The blessed one was living in Cātumā. Cātumā is the city. The city called Cātumā in a myrobalan grove. Who know the myrobalan groves? Myrobalan groves in Pali Alamaki. In myrobalan groves. And this is with there are 500 monks, right? And this audience, it means just became a monk and never seen Buddha. They never seen Buddha, these 500 monks. And who is their teachers? Who is their teacher? Headed by Sariputta and Moggallana. So Sariputta and Mahamoggallana is their preceptors. It means their upachara or their teachers. And they want to see the Buddha. When they arrive at Cātumā, they do a conversation with a resident monk, Avasika. So the newcomers and resident monk have a conversation and make loud and noisy voice. Loud and noisy voice. Voice what? So where should I stay and how can I survive? Where I can go to Pinapata? Where the place that I put my bowls and outer robe. What is outer robe? Who know outer robe? Outer robe in Pali, Sanghadi. Sanghadi, outer robe that we put on our shoulder. Outer robe. We call outer, American English, look that. Outer robe. So outer robe. So this is the word that you have to learn, microbalance, ketut pray, and outer robe, the Sanghadi, Sankhya. It was very loud and noisy, like they were fishermen hawking fish. The fishermen hawking fish. Understand the word hawking fish, right? Even though you don't understand that word, but you know the meaning. Yeah, fishermen, what they are going to do? To hawk the fish. So the blessed one, what does the blessed one mean? Buddha, Buddha or Bhagavat, we call blessed one. The blessed one addressed Ananda. It means he called Ananda and asked, who is sound come from and what happened to them? And Ananda told everything, and the Buddha want Ananda to call that monks, 500 monks, come to see the Buddha. The Buddha knows, even Sariputta and Moggallana, the Buddha knows very well, but the Buddha asked Ananda to call him. So we continue from the reply. So who want to continue? Nisai, right? That you.
The Buddha, then Ananda.
Who in the Zoom immediately that you.
Yeah, let me try the second paragraph, teacher.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
The reply, Venerable Sir, we are 500. I cannot.
Bhikkhus.
Because headed by Sariputta and Moggallana, who have come to Cātumā to see the blessed one.
Yeah,
And it was Cātumā. And it was while we visiting because we're exchanging greeting with the resident bhikkhus and were preparing resting place and putting away our bowl and outer robe, and we were very loud and noisy. But go because I dismiss you. You cannot live with me. Yes, Venerable Sir, they reply, and they rose from their seat, and after paying homage to the blessed one, they put away the thing in their resting place, and taking their bowl and outer robe, they departed. Now, on that occasion, the Sakyan of Cātumā had met together in their assembly hall for some business or other. Seeing the bhikkhus coming in the distance, they went to them and asked, "Where are you going, Venerable Sir?" "Friend, see the Sangha of bhikkhus has been dismissed by the Blessed One." That's all, Chair.
Okay, good. Thank you. So can you understand all these stanza? Do you understand the meaning? So from here, who can explain this stanza, this paragraph. Venerable Ananda called Bhikkhu because the Buddha asked Ananda to address the monk to meet him and ask the reason why it's loud and noisy. And they reply, we are coming from distance and greeting with the resident monk, exchanging something and putting bowls and outer robes make the sound very noisy and very loud. Then the Buddha, what the Buddha said, go, Bhikkhu, I dismiss you. You cannot live with me. So what this sentence mean? What this sentence mean? Go, Bhikkhu, I dismiss you. Dismiss mean? What does dismiss mean? Dismiss mean to chase out. To tell somebody not to live here anymore. Leave my room. For example, like leave my room. Dismiss. I dismiss you mean, please leave me. Go away from me. Don't stay here anymore. Just take out this room. This is mean dismiss. So the Buddha dismissed 500 monks and including Sariputta and Moggallana. Sariputta and Moggallana also the Buddha dismissed them. You cannot live with me. So it means the Buddha not allowed that 500 monks to live with him. Go away. And Sariputta and Moggallana say nothing. And they just pay homage to the Buddha and departed. Leave the Buddha behind and they go somewhere. And at that time, the Sakyans of Cātumā. So the Cātumā city, there is a Sakya clan also living there, occupy or inhabitants of Cātumā is Sakyan people. The relatives of the Buddha too, right? Sakya means the relatives of Buddha. So know about Sariputta and Moggallana was dismissed by the Buddha and asked 500 monks to stay. Don't go away, just stay still. Just stay here for a moment. I will go to please Buddha. They're going to please the Buddha. They are approaching Buddha to ask forgiveness, right? Okay. Yeah. Sakya Trakol. All the Sakyan or family from the Buddha's time, the Buddha family. So who continue? All can you continue? Yeah, the second page. Cannot hear to the Zoom, right? You turn on the Zoom, turn on the volume.
The same, yeah.
Sakyan.
The Sakyan, the Sakshan, and the Sakyan, then let's the venerable one we sit a while. Perhaps they so be able to respect the Sakyan. His confident guest friend, they replied. Then the Sakyan of Cātumā went to the blessed one and observed him halted to him. They sat down at one side and said, Venerable Sir, let the blessed one delight in the Sangha of Bhikkhu. Venerable Sir, let the blessed one welcome the Sangha of Bhikkhu. Venerable Sir, let the blessed one show compassion toward the Sangha of Bhikkhu now ask to use to show compassion toward it in the past. The Venerable Sir, dear new Bhikkhu here, just one, was recently came to do this Dhamma and explain. Here we get no opportunity to see the plus one. There may be some change or alteration in them. Venerable Sir, just as when Chang sitting get lower, there are many travelers in them, change or alteration. So too, Venerable Sir, there are new people here. Just gone forth recently come to this Dhamma and explain. If we get no opportunity to see the best one, there may be some change or alteration in them. Venerable Sir, just as when a young cow, or does not see its mother, there may take place in it some change or alteration. So to Venerable Sir, there are no people here, just gone forth recently. Recently came to this Dhamma and explain. If they get no opportunity to see the first one, there may take place in them some change or alteration. Venerable Sir, let the first one be light in the Sangha of the Bhikkhu. Venerable Sir, let the first one welcome the Sangha of Bhikkhu. Venerable Sir, let the first one show compassion toward the Sangha of Bhikkhu. Now ask you to show compassion toward it in the past.
Okay, thank you. So in this paragraph, just Sakyans, the Cātumā Sakyan went to see the Buddha, or we call in, usually we use the word approach. So Sakyan at Cātumā approach Buddha. And what they say? They sat down and asked the Buddha, but we don't use the word ask. Just urge and the blessed one delight in the Sangha of Bhikkhus. So it means that Sakya at Cātumā just bow to the Buddha and ask him to delight. It means to please the Sangha of Bhikkhus. It means the group of 500 Bhikkhus. What the reason? What the Sakyan explained the Buddha? You can see here there are 2 points or 2 key words that Sakyan addressed Buddha. First, Sakyan said that if the Sakyan said that so if they get no opportunities to see the blessed one, there may be some change or alteration in them. That is the reason. The reason that they address the Buddha. If 500 monks cannot see the Buddha, have no opportunity to see the Buddha, they may be changed. What does it mean change? They may be disrobed, or they may alteration. Alteration means to make something different, to make something not the same. They're not staying as a monk. They may change the monk. and go to other religions. So this is why Sakyan at Cātumā, Sakyan of Cātumā, address the Buddha. They are no bhikkhus. They are just more than this Dhamma Vinaya. Dhamma and discipline, Dhamma Vinaya. If they don't see the Buddha, they will change because they never meet the Buddha before. They never listen to Dhamma before. Just for them. So please, Buddha show these groups of 500 monks compassion. Please, the Buddha have compassion, metta, karuna. Compassion means karuna. Please, the Buddha have compassion for those bhikkhu as before. To what in the past. In the past means previous, the Buddha pleased the monk, and now also please the Buddha. And there are two key that section in sections of Cātumā extend the Buddha. There are 2 points. The one point that gives example like a seedling gets no water. Seedling get no water. And the second one, what the second one said? A young calf does not see his mother. A young calf doesn't see his mother. So these two simile mean the comparison example, right? So seedling get no water, especially here in Arizona. If seedling, what does seedling mean? What does seedling mean? So seedling. If seedling get no water, the new plant. If new plant have no water, if we leave the new plant a week without water, it will die, right? Yeah. So seedling get no water, it will disappear. It will die. And a young calf doesn't see his mother. What does calf mean? Calf. A small cow, baby cow. Yeah, baby cow, young calf. So the young cow doesn't see his mother. So the young cow doesn't see his mother. Okay, so there's Zoom problem, so it's come back right now. So it's come back again? No. So it's come back again? Okay, now coming. So there is two simile that section in Cātumā exam give the Buddha. It means one seedling get no water. So there may be take place in them some change or alteration. It means if no water for new plant, the plant will be dying. And like a young calf doesn't see its mother, his mother also will no milk drink and will die also. So for this new bhikkhu are the same. These new bhikkhu are also the same. If they have no chance to see the Buddha, if they have get no opportunity to see the Buddha, they will change. They will die. What does die mean? They will be disrobed. They will not be a monk anymore. Disrobe means in this Dhamma Vinaya, those who disrobe, not become to get away from the monk, it means die. In Dhamma, in this Buddhism, as a monk, if you're not a monk, you call die. So they will die. So this is what the Sakshan have addressed to the Buddha. And at the same time, Brahma Sahampati Brahma, that always we know from the very beginning of our Dhamma talk, Brahma come to invite the Buddha to teach the Dhamma. And also when the monk, before the monk starting preaching Dhamma or Dhamma Desana, they also invite by Brahma, Sahampati Brahma. So this Sahampati Brahma also come at the same time from the Brahma world. Come from the Brahma world, and they will come from the Brahma world. The Brahma world, and then they invite the monk. They invite the Buddha as the same as Sakshan of Cātumā did. So the Brahma also give the example like the simile of seedling and the simile of young cows. Here. The same thing. And then, we will have another, we will continue our sutra on the Friday. So now internet also problem, and then, the time also up. So just from here, Brahma also doing the same like the Sakya of Cātumā have addressed the Buddha. And your homework, your assignment is reading. It's just reading to complete all these 6 pages. So you just read all these pages, and we will see again on Friday at the same time, and the same Zoom, the same link, the same Zoom link. So you just at 8 a.m. in Arizona time, it should be 10 in Cambodia, 10 in Asia. So you can join the Zoom link, and we will continue our sutra on Friday. So thank you very much for your joining class today, and may you all be happy and secure and have a happy mind. Thank you very much. Dukkhapatta jana dukkha phayapatta jana phaya saukapatta jani sauka hontu sape pepanenam